everyone, it's Alex from Risk Academy, and today I wanted to make a very quick video on the frequency of risk assessments. How often should they be done? And there are a few options to choose from. They can be done on an annual basis, and I think we can immediately see that this is pretty ridiculous. Life changes so quickly, so many decisions are being made, the volatility of the market is so high that doing anything annual is just a waste of time. They can be done semi-annually, quarterly, monthly, or every day. And the most common approach is to do the monthly or quarterly risk assessments, and that I think is just as equally wrong as the annual risk assessments, because decisions are made every day, business activities are performed every day. So having something that is on a quarterly basis helps you capture the risk information most of the time that has already happened or will happen sometime in the future. It is a little bit of waste of time. There is a better way. So based on the comments that I have received so far, many of you, when I say something is a waste of time, many of you treat it as a means of either a quarterly risk assessment or nothing. And you say, but quarterly risk assessments are still good. And I'm saying no, because it's not nothing. There is a better option. Quarterly risk assessments are good, but there's an option that is so much better that makes quarterly risk assessments a waste of time, or monthly risk assessments for that matter, or weekly risk assessments for that matter. Makes a total waste of time because there is a better way. And this is where it gets really interesting. Now, fundamentally, I think we all kind of agree that risk management is about integrating into every core decision, into every business activity, and this means performing a risk assessment when the activity is being done. So, for example, a new tender has been started and you have few suppliers coming in, and the procurement officers should do a risk assessment then when they receive the tender proposals, and also allocate a risk level to every single participating tender. Or you're making an investment decision, and those decisions are done every single day. Big investments are done probably less frequently, but there are small investment decisions every single day. And every single day, somebody who makes that decision should perform a risk assessment to make sure that he structures that investment decision, he signs the legal documents associated with that investment decisions with risks in mind. Now, we kind of all agree with that in concept. It sounds very reasonable that risk should be integrated into every decision and every activity. But where it gets interesting is if you're saying A, you have to say B. You can't say risk should be integrated into everything, and then in your tool set have risk workshops and risk interviews and risk assessments that take days. If you're saying A, risk should be integrated into anything, then you have to say B, that you need to have a set of tools that will allow integrating risk analysis and risk assessments into every single decision. So for big budgetary decisions, for example, or big investment decisions, you should have tools like Monte Carlo simulations that you would integrate into the actual Excel spreadsheets that you use for quantifying budgets or investment projects. For smaller decisions like the procurement one I mentioned, you should have a different risk methodology that will allow quickly to perform risk assessments during the procurement process. That will take minutes, maybe hours, and not days and weeks like normal risk assessments take in terms of time. So this is where it gets really, really interesting. If you kind of fundamentally agree that risk management is not about your annual or quarterly risk assessment. Risk management is about constantly thinking about risk whenever any decision is being made or any business activity takes place. Then, if you're saying yes to this, then you must very clearly understand that the tools that you're using should allow that. You need to have tools that will allow risk assessments to be performed in minutes if it's a quick decision. You also need tools that will allow risk assessments to be performed inside the budget or inside the financial model for investment project or inside the IT project processes. And that's where I think it's getting fascinating. The future of risk management is having a number of different methodologies for different processes and decision types that will help you integrate risk analysis into those processes. And I think you're kind of beginning to get to the message I'm trying to communicate. And I will have a short video specifically dedicated to that. But maybe there is no place for a single management, risk assessment methodology. Maybe there should be a number of risk assessment methodologies specifically for different types of decisions and processes. And some will take weeks, some will take minutes. And you need to have both to really integrate risk into decision making. So I would like to hear your views. Please write underneath this video. And if you want to see more videos like that, please sign up to Risk Academy channel on YouTube. For now, thank you and goodbye.